PN junction diode. When a p-type semiconductor crystal and an n-type semiconductor crystal brought into close contact, and the resulting arrangement is known as a PN junction or a junction diode. A diode is a unidirectional device with a two terminal and one junction. This is the symbolic representation of a PN junction diode with a positive anode and negative cathode. The industrially available diode is this one. The white mark is the cathode negative, or this is the black one is the anode or the positive one. A PN junction conducts current only when it is forward biased, and practically no currents when it is connected in reverse bias mode. This is the diode which is connected in forward bias. That means the positive is connected to the positive of the battery and negative is connected to the negative of the battery. So the resistance is very low, the current conducts very easily. And this is the reverse biased one. Here the positive of the diode is connected to the negative, and the diode offers heavy resistance to current and practically no current flows. The voltage and current relationship of a diode in forward and reverse bias is known as the current voltage characteristics or IV characteristics. Here the PN junction or the diode is connected such a way that the positive of the cell is connected to the P junction and the negative is connected to the N junction. So the diode is forward biased. A milliammeter is used to measure current and voltmeter is used to measure voltmeter. It is used to measure voltage. Here the diode is reverse biased, so there is very less current flows, so we use a microammeter. This is the IV characteristics of a junction diode. The first quadrant is the forward characteristics and the third quadrant is the reverse characteristics. This is the knee voltage and this is the breakdown voltage. Thus, it is clear the diode conducts current only when it is forward biased. The forward resistance of a crystal diode is very small and the reverse resistance is very large. Ideally, it is infinity. So, current conducts only in one direction. Thus, a diode can be used as a rectifier. Here, the diode is connected. A current flows through the diode. When we plot the current and voltage relationship or the IV characteristics, we are getting this kind of a graph. From that, we can measure resistance in two ways. One is the DC forward resistance and the AC forward resistance. DC forward resistance is measured from the large slope. That means 0.893 divided by 0.999 milliampere, so that it is 893 ohm. But the AC forward resistance is from the small slope, that is 0.886 minus 0.87 divided by 0.751 minus 0.406, that is 46 ohm approximately. So we can measure AC and DC resistance from the IV characteristics. Here the diode is connected to an AC signal of frequency 60 Hz and peak to peak voltage 40. We are going to measure the input voltage, the output voltage across the output signal across the load resistance R of 1 kilo ohm, and the voltage across the diode. This is the input signal, a 40 volt peak to peak and 60 hertz frequency. The output signal is this one. As we know, the diode allows only when it is forward biased. That means only one direction. See, here the positive portion of the signal is allowed to pass through the diode, but the negative portion is cut. That means the diode allows only the positive portion of the input signal and obstructs the negative portion. That is why we called a diode is a unidirectional device. So this is because during the positive half cycle, the diode is forward biased, so it offers very less resistance and an easy path for current. But in the negative half cycle, the diode becomes reverse biased and offers large resistance and it obstructs current. Here we can conclude it this way. Vi, the blue one, is the input signal. Vo, this one, is the output signal across the load, and the green one is the voltage across diode. Let us do some simple examples with the diodes. Here we have a 10 volts battery, 50 ohm resistor and 5 ohm resistor here, and have a diode. We want to measure the current through the diodes. So here the voltage is given by this, the voltage developed across this one, that is R2 V by R1 plus R2, that is 5 into 10 volt divided by 50 plus 5, that is 4.909 volt, and R0 is this one. These are parallel, so this is R1 R2 by R1 plus R2, that gives 4.55 ohm. Therefore, current through the diode is voltage by resistance, that is 200 milliampere. This is the method to calculate current through the diode when it is connected in such a circuit. And we have 4 diodes and one resistor 48 ohm and an input supply of 10 volt. We want to calculate the current through the resistor in the circuit. And in the question is given, these diodes are made of silicon and the forward resistance of each diode is 1 ohm. These all 4 diodes are similar. So the net circuit voltage is, so the supply voltage is 10 and this is the path. So any 2 diodes, so 0.7 voltage, 0.7 voltage is dropped across one diode, and in one path there will be 2. So if you are taking this one, so it will flow through this way. If you are taking this one, this is the path. So in one path there is 2 diodes, so the net voltage is 10 minus 0.7 minus 0.7, so it is 8.6 volts. Total circuit resistance is 48 ohm is the load resistance, and one diode offers 1 ohm resistor. So in one path there is 2 diodes, therefore total resistance in a complete path is 1 plus 48 plus 1 is equal to 50 ohm. So this is can be one path or this can be one path. Circuit current is we have the voltage 8.6 and resistance 50, it is 172 milliampere. Here we want to find the current through each diode, and we are assuming each diodes are similar. The series resistor is 500 ohm and supply voltage is 15 volts. So current through R1, we call it as I1, that is 15 is this voltage and the drop across this diode is 0.7. So 15 minus 0.7 is the voltage developed across this junction, and the resistance is 500. Therefore, current through R1 is 28.6 milliampere, and I1 is equal to, but I1 is equal to that current. This is the I1. That current is splits into current through D1 and current through D2. Therefore, I1 is equal to ID1 plus ID2. Since the diodes are similar, these two currents will be same. That is, ID1 is equal to ID2. Therefore, ID1 is equal to ID2 is equal to I1 by 2, that is equal to 14.3 milliampere. So, it is easy to calculate current when the diodes are similar. Here we have a network. We want to find the currents I1, I2, I3, I1, I2 and I3. So I2 is, we have only one diode, 0.7 by voltage by resistance, 0.7 by 3.3 kilo ohm, that is 0.212 milliampere. Now applying Kirchhoff voltage law, so 20 volt is equal to I1 R1 plus 0.7. So this is the complete circuit we are using Kirchhoff voltage law, KVL. So I1 is the current and the resistance is 5.6 kilo ohm and supply voltage 20. Therefore, 20 voltage is equal to I1 into R1 plus the voltage across diode, this diode, plus voltage across this diode. That is 20 volt is equal to I1 R1 plus 0.7 plus 0.7. From that, I1 is equal to 20 minus 0.7 minus 0.7 by R1. R1 is 5.6 kilo ohm. Therefore, I1 is equal to 3.32 milliampere. And we know that I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. Therefore, I3 is equal to I1 minus I2, and it is 3.108 milliampere. Here, the diode is connected to AC signal of input voltage 10 volt and frequency 60 Hz. We want to find what should be the shape of the output signal VO. This is the input signal, 10 voltage, 60 Hz frequency. We know that the diode D1, so in the positive half cycle, first positive half cycle, the diode D1 will be forward bias and allows current to pass through this. So we have this one. And in the negative half cycle, so this will be negative. So D1 will be reverse bias and D2 will be forward bias. So diode D1 obstruct current, but D2 allows current. So we have this one. Similarly, the next half cycle, D1 forward bias, D2 reverse bias. So this will be the graph and it continues. So this will be the shape of output graph or the output across this output from this circuit. So combinedly, this is the input signal and this is the output signal. There is a very big loss. Okay.